Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Starflames. If you're new here, be sure to subscribe to my channel, turn on your notification bell and join the family. Guys, today, May 23rd, 2024, Sean Diddy Combs has been hit with number 8 lawsuit. Yesterday, May 22nd, 2024, he was hit with the 7th lawsuit by a former model, Crystal McKinney. Now, I'm going to give you guys just a quick synopsis into that. Then we are going to dive right into number 8 lawsuit. Now, as it relates to the lawsuit that was filed yesterday on the 22nd of May, 2024 by the former model Crystal McKinney, she basically said that, their meetup was organized between her people and his people. They picked out the outfit, they styled her hair and everything. They went to a fashion show and he asked her, do you want to go to the studios? Let's go to the studios. Okay. She agreed. And what I liked about that lawsuit was the fact that she did admit that they were flirty with each other. But upon arrival, she said, similar story, a group of men smoking, drinking, NSC, and she was smoking with Diddy, and he insisted that she smoked, she drank, and she was doing all of that. But while she was smoking, she noticed that she got a little bit lightheaded and was like floating. She wanted to go to the bathroom. He escorted her to the bathroom where he forced her to give him foreplay. Read between the line, guys. Read between the lines. And then after that, she really doesn't remember anything. She found herself, awake in a taxi on her way home. She noticed that odd feeling as though something happened to her that she didn't consent to. She saved the clothing from the incident, that took place, and she has it in a Ziploc bag. Now, let's get into this lawsuit so that we can have some context into it. I haven't read the details of it, so what you're gonna get is my natural, raw, honest reaction. So let's get into it. Now, according to the reports that are coming out, it says a woman named April Lampros says Diddy sexually assaulted her on numerous occasions decades back in New York City. But guys, stick a pin. Didn't I say this yesterday? I said it yesterday and I said it 3 weeks ago. I think it was actually 2 weeks. If I'm correct, 2 weeks ago, I said that there were 2 females who were waiting to come out and submit their lawsuit. It was pending, and here it is. Now, I think there's another girl who is also a model that is going to shock everyone. That one is going to shake the internet, honey, like never expected. Now, there's one thing I'm also going to say is that I believe that a lot of women who Diddy ghosted, who were in their feelings, may come back to take revenge by way of that lawsuit. I'm a woman, but I'm not going to say every lawsuit that alleges he does something, I'm going to believe it. Where there's a red flag, you guys know how I roll. I'm big, bold, and unapologetic about that. If I believe a woman is telling a lie on a man, honey, I'm going to say she is a mother liar, because I don't believe in people playing with people's lives like that. Okay. I don't believe it, whether you're a male or a female. Now, let's continue, because there's some little snippets and there's in-depth details. They're saying that Lampros, that's the 8th victim, or the 8th alleged victim, because we have to say this is allegedly because nothing has happened in terms of a settlement or anything, right? Now, they're saying Lampros said she was nude, sore, and confused after 1995 meeting with Diddy. Well, guys, do you notice how it seems as though he was on a height 1991 up to 1999. Seems as though it was really on a high height of doing, illegal things and wrongdoings. But let's continue. They're saying a woman named April Lampros says Diddy sexually assaulted her on numerous occasions. Decades back in New York. Oh my God, another New York City event. Boy, Diddy, you were having your way in New York. I mean, I understand why they gave you the keys to the city, because might as well, honey. You did so much shit in New York and you got away with it. This is how you know the police department highly corrupt. Highly corrupt, because if those walls in that studio could talk, honey, Diddy would be behind bars long ago. But let's continue, right? So, guys, what they're saying is that the latest lawsuit comes days after embattled hip-hop mogul was sued by a former model who claims he drugged and sexually assaulted her in 2003. The woman, who publicly identified herself as April Lampos, said that the assault took place in New York City during the 1990s. Lampos said she was nude, sore, and confused after an attack in 1995, according to court docs obtained by the Daily Mail. Lampros said in a court doc that she was attending the Fashion Institute of Technology when Diddy volunteered to be a mentor for her, according to court docs. Guys, we're going to pause here again, because every time we hear that Sean Diddy Combs is a mentor for someone, this is what normally happens. Allegedly. We're not going to forget the allegedly. With Usher, we heard the same thing, that Usher was sexually assaulted by Diddy, allegedly, to the point where he had to be rushed to the emergency room. If you don't know, Diddy had a camp that he called, I forgot the name of the camp that he called, whatever he called it, sorry. No, Usher was that, teenage boy who loved hip hop. He loved, the dance. He had great, amazing vocals. He wanted to become a star. So Diddy recruited Usher. He was Usher's mentor, allegedly. And while he was there, it is alleged that Diddy sexually assaulted Usher as a minor at the time, to the point where they had to call an ambulance to take him to the hospital. Now it is alleged that Diddy paid off Usher's mom to keep quiet, and Usher got his record deal and everything. So I'm saying that every single case, you can see like it has some similarities. A fashion event, a fashion show, a model and such. No, we have cases that has been filed that are not, factual against other celebrities that shares resemblance. However, the reason why we are believing these allegations against Sean Diddy Combs is because of how Cassie thoroughly detailed every experience that she had with him. So you guys know that once another case comes out that bears some resemblance of Cassie's experience with him, people are gonna drawn to believe that, this seems to be potentially factual. Now let's continue. They're saying that the latest allegation of sexual assault against a music artist comes less than a week after Diddy said he was truly sorry. He beat his ex-girlfriend Cassie in a hotel hallway in 2016 after CNN released a video of the attack. Now, guys, we're gonna continue. I think they have a photograph of this. Oh my goodness. Well, he's always standing with these ladies in his studio. There are photographs, guys. There are photographs. Oh my God. Now, let's continue, because as I said to you guys, you're getting my natural, honest reaction to this, because I did not go through the details. And there's one thing I've learned is that normally when we hear the lawsuits, if you go on the site, you're not going to see the case until tomorrow. But let's continue with the report, right? So, they're saying that Lampros told the court that during a 1995 meeting with the at the Soho bar. He got her very intoxicated and then took her back to a room he had at the Millennium Hotel. Lampros said that in the encounter, before which Diddy gave her gifts and flowers, she felt sick and like the wall was closing in on her. Lampros said she was conscious but not able to physically prevent Diddy from sexually assaulting her, and the next day was nude, sore, and confused. Lampros told the court Diddy contacted her months later in efforts to romantically pursue her. My goodness. So after he assaulted her, he wanted to pursue her. Maybe damage control, maybe thought that this might possibly come back to haunt him. Maybe, right? No, they're saying that Lampros was described as a hopeful yet naive college student who took Diddy at his word and believed that the first rape was a possible mulligan and decided to give him a second chance. Diddy used his entree into exclusive music industry events to lure Lampros into seeing him again, her lawyer said in the suit. Lampros told the court Diddy again turned sexually predatory in his behavior as he forced her to engage in oral sex with him while in a parking garage headed to dinner. A garage attendant was a witness to the exchange, but that did not deter Diddy from continuing with the assault, Lampros said in the court documents. Lampros told the court that she subsequently spurned further invitation to get Diddy. She spurred further invitations to get together with Diddy, who was not good at accepting rejections and became angry, threatening, and forceful in his communication with her. Diddy developed this mobster persona and began calling Lampros insistently and would often call her just to say, if anyone is in your apartment, I will beat your ass and theirs, Lampros told the court. Lampros said she felt personally and professionally, Lampros said she felt personally and professionally by Diddy. I don't understand what she means. She felt personally and professionally by Diddy. Because I can understand the personally, but I can't see the professionally. So let's go through that again. Lampros said she felt personally and professionally by Diddy, as would also threaten to blacklist her in the industry if she tried to mess with him in any way. Okay, so I think I understand what she's saying there. I don't know if it's the media who phrased it incorrectly. So she is saying that she felt personally and professionally threatened by him because he would blacklist her. So even if she wanted to do something, she wasn't going to do it because, on a personal level, as it relates to her personal life, she feels as though he may want to come back and be aggressive and bullying to her. And on the professional aspect, she feels as though he would get her blacklisted. She would not get to work and people would shun her and all of that. This is something that really does happen. But so far, I honestly have to say that this is given because if she said that she wasn't sure what happened on the first date, but you're going to give him a second chance. You give him a second chance and something similar happened. Why would you continue? I can understand you feeling personally and professionally threatened, but this really has me questioning this lady. It really does have me questioning Miss Lampros, even though that I know that these things are not far-fetched. It is very much possible, but this is kind of giving, because because if he was not in a relationship with her, why would he be calling her and saying, if anyone is in your apartment, I'll beat your ass in their ass? It's giving a control freak boyfriend. It couldn't be that this man Well, it could be that Diddy had that power over her. But I honestly believe that this is very questionable. I believe that this could potentially be a relationship that was bad, like she was a side chick kind of thing, but he was still obsessive and a control freak. And I also honestly believe that there are times when females understand the power, the money, and the accolades that, Sean Diddy Combs possessed at the time. And some females, even if he says like, you gotta give me a blowjob right now, she may not want to do it. It may not be her thing, but because of fear of loss, that's what they call it. She fears missing out on opportunity if she rejects. She fears that he may actually blackball her, so she may go ahead and actually do something that she didn't want to do. I think this lawsuit is somewhat a bit conflicting. It has questions, but then if we really think about it, reasoning it out, we can actually see where he can be intimidating. You can see where it gives a sense that she was in fact intimidated, but at the same time, it's given the sense that it could also be potentially a bit of a toxic, messy relationship as well. But the article that I've taken this from, it goes right into Crystal McKinney's lawsuit. And I want to go into it as well because sometimes, I know that people like to get all the information and get it raw and factual, right? Now, they're saying that earlier this week, model Crystal McKinny filed a lawsuit against the rapper 54, who is currently facing a sex trafficking probe and multiple other sexual misconduct lawsuit alleging that she was assaulted at a studio. As per TMZ, McKinney says she was 22 when she was invited to a men's fashion week event at Cipriani, downtown in New York City, where she met Diddy, who then asked her to go back to his studio. After they arrived, Diddy and several of his friends were drinking Hennessy and was smoking joints. Crystal claimed that when she took a hit from one of the very powerful joints, she felt as if she was floating and believed it was laced with another drug. McKinney claims Diddy then demanded that she come with him to the bathroom where she alleges he forced her to perform oral sex on him. McKinney says while in the bathroom, Diddy began kissing her and then shoved her head down to his crotch before telling her to suck it. When she refused, she claimed he pushed her head down and forced oral sex. Afterwards, she began to walk away but felt dizzy and some point lost. So I think what they're saying is that at some point lost consciousness. Yes, that's what they're saying. At some point she lost consciousness. McKinney says she then woke up in a taxi and realized she had been sexually assaulted. It's not clear whether she's referencing the alleged incident in the bathroom or another sexual assault that could have occurred while she was passed out. No. I understand what they're saying, but again, I guess her DNA evidence will actually tell. And I don't think she's talking about, being assaulted in the taxi, because if you felt lightheaded and felt as though you were given a mixed substance around a group of people, and that man forced you to go down on him, if you wake up in a taxi, more than likely it's the venue that you're coming from, you would have been assaulted unless this taxi driver decided that he was going to take disadvantage of you as well. And I don't think a taxi driver would see Sean Diddy Combs putting a woman in a cab and decide to even do anything shaky, because at that point, Sean Diddy Combs was a monster and people were literally scared of that man. So I believe that the media was really wrong for sneaking that in there, but I can understand what they are explaining. But the article continues to say that McKinney says she was then blackballed from the modeling industry and went into a severe depression before attempting to commit suicide in 2004. Crystal also states that after seeing Diddy's girlfriend Cassie Ventura and other women filed lawsuits against the disgraced hip-hop mogul, she knew she had a moral obligation to speak up. She is seeking undetermined amount for damages. Diddy is currently involved in ongoing federal sex trafficking investigation, in addition to multiple lawsuits accusing him of sexual misconduct. On Sunday, Diddy broke his silence after a shocking video of him beating up his former girlfriend Cassie surfaced last week. He took to Instagram to apologize. He said that he hit rock bottom, but I make no excuse. They said that he looked into the camera while saying it, and he said things were so difficult as he reflect on the darkest times in his life. Sometimes you gotta do that. He said, I was effed up. I mean, I hit rock bottom, but I make no excuse. My behavior in that video is inexcusable. I take full responsibility for my actions in that video. I am disgusted. I was disgusted then when I did it. I am disgusted now. I went and I sought out professional help. I got into sometimes the media, I think they're going to update this article because it has a few like grammatical error, because even reading it back, you can see it. So they say, he said, I went and I sought out professional help. I got into going to therapy. I think I understand what they mean by that. Going to rehab, had to ask God for his mercy and grace. I'm so sorry, but I am committed to be a better person, a better man each and every day. I'm not asking for forgiveness. I'm truly sorry. Sources said Diddy went to rehab following the 2016 incident and continues to seek both therapy and spiritual work. The shocking surveillance footage of Diddy violently attacking his ex-girlfriend in a Los Angeles hotel in 2016 emerged last week. So guys, we are gonna leave that at that because so much is going on, so much is unfolding, and I think that we have a lot more to see, to experience, to read, to talk about. I'm gonna have to get everything in order because guess what? There's something very interesting about reading these court documents, and I really do enjoy reading them. I don't know. I just have every time I hear a court document, I want to see the details. I want to reason. I want to talk about it. But that's enough of me. It is your time to chime in. Let me know what are your thoughts about Sean Diddy Combs getting hit with lawsuit number 8. While you're at it, give this video a big thumbs up. Share if you care. See you guys later. Bye guys.